Hi, Analisa Six with the Lady of Leisure and the Sober Curator to bring you the June 2024 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius for sun and rising placements. We are full on in Gemini season. I'm getting these horoscopes done a little bit late, so it's already June 5th, but Gemini is the mutable air sign and is opposite you, Sagittarius, or us. I'm Sag rising, so opposite me. Sagittarius is the ninth sign of the zodiac, and Gemini is the third, and they make an opposition to each other in the chart. Sagittarius is mutable fire, Gemini is mutable air. So during this time, it's technically Sagittarius's half birthday season, but it's also where everything is opposing the Sag energy. So sometimes oppositions can feel hard because there's tension there, but the goal of an opposition is to work on integration of polarity. And so it's really beneficial for us to learn the lessons of the sign that is opposite of us, and sometimes we learn that through other people. And so if you're Sag rising like me, you'll have Gemini in the area of the chart that rules relationships, and you'll attract a lot of Gemini people into your life that are like you but opposite in maybe ways that they approach things. And there's lessons to be learned about those oppositions, and then integrating the opposite. Geminis also learn a lot from us Sagittariuses as well. So starting out the month, we have the Sun, Venus, and Jupiter all in Gemini. Mercury is finishing up its time in Taurus for the first 2 days of June, but then on the 3rd moves into the Gemini party. So like I was saying, if we look at it from the horoscope perspective, the area of the chart that's hitting for Sagittarius is the area that has to do with relationships. And so the 7th house is the house that Gemini rules in the Sagittarius horoscope. And it's the house that Libra traditionally rules. So it represents partnership of all kinds, romantic partnerships, business partnerships, best friend partnerships. When we have Venus here, Venus actually rules this house, and it's also the esoteric ruler of Gemini. And so this is a really positive energy for Sagittarius people because it brings a lot of desire to connect and relate to people in a positive way. If you're already in a relationship, this can be a really beneficial time for you when it comes to your partnership dynamic and cultivating romance, connection, love, shared ideas in the sign of Gemini. With Mercury here, it enhances our ability to communicate things with our partners. With the Sun here, it brings vitality, zest for life energy. If you are dating, this is a really positive energy for meeting new people. If you are not any of those things, if you're not in a partnership and you're not dating, if you're somebody that's taking a vow of celibacy for the time being, this is a really positive energy in terms of just connecting to people that you're close to. So best friends, anybody that you share kind of like more of a intimate partnership dynamic with in business. If you've got like a colleague or business partnership, it's really good for one-on-one kind of hangouts. One of my really good friends just came and visited me last weekend, and we had a blast. Like it was just really easy, really fun. Everything worked out really smoothly. And I feel like Mercury and Venus were really blessing that time that we had together. So it can be a really great energy for friendship as well. We also have, starting out June, Mars finishing up its stint in Aries. So for the last month, Mars has been passing through Aries, and then it's going to be there for the first week of June before entering into Taurus. And so where Mars has been passing through for the Sagittarius horoscope is the area that has to do with creative self-expression. It's the house that Leo traditionally rules, the 5th house. And this area of the chart, when we're working through Mars themes, we might feel kind of this need to express ourselves in a really self-oriented and maybe assertive way. We might be trying to find our creative self-expression more intentionally. It can be an area where we feel maybe a drive or a push to be expressive. And I actually really relate to this over the last month as a Sag rising. I think that having Mars kind of passing through here for the first week of June, this is a good time for us to harness that creative energy and see what else we can squeeze out of ourselves before it moves into Taurus. On June 6th, we're going to have a new moon in Gemini. And this is happening at 16 degrees of Gemini. And this is a really positive energy for setting intentions around relationships because of where it's hitting in the horoscope. So romantic partnerships, best friend relationships, and also business partnerships. So if there's anything that you've been wanting more of in your relationships with others, this is the time to set those intentions and tell the universe what you want or what you don't want. You know, if there's relationship dynamics that you've had where you're like, I don't want any more of this type of dynamic, I'm telling the universe, stop this type of person coming into my life. This is a really good time to ask for that. On the flip side, it's really important too that you tell the universe what you do want in your life when it comes to partnership, friendship, and more of our relational energy in life, how we're responding and receiving energy from other people. On the 9th, this is when Mars leaves Aries and enters Taurus, where it will be for the rest of June. And so the area that Taurus falls into for the Sagittarius horoscope is the area that represents our connection to health, also our connection to structure around our daily routine. It's the house that Virgo traditionally rules, but in the Sagittarius horoscope, Taurus is here. Taurus is very grounded. It's fixed earth. And with Mars here, we have the ability to take action in our physical, mundane reality in a very grounded, practical way. So if you've been feeling kind of chaotic and like everything's all over the place and it's really hard to lock in a schedule, Mars entering this area of the chart in Taurus could help you figure out ways to take a practical approach at locking down a healthier routine. With that said, Mars passing through the 6th house can lend itself to complications with health. And so that's something that you want to be really mindful with. Taurus, I believe, rules the thyroid too. So taking good care of thyroid health is really important. I hope that I'm remembering that right. But Mars here, you know, we can sometimes experience some health issues or complications. So that's something to just be mindful of and make sure you're doing things that are good for you. I've been really wanting to start smoking again. It's not going to happen, especially seeing Mars pass through here. It would be a terrible time to start smoking again. So if you're like me thinking about it, don't do it. Don't do it. After that, on the 17th, Mercury and Venus are going to be leaving the house of relationship and partnership and entering Cancer, cardinal water energy, and entering the 8th house of the chart, which has to do with shared resources, assets, marriage, sex, death, rebirth, and the occult. Venus passing through here can be really beneficial for romantic connection around sexual intimacy, also healing energy around that. Mercury here can be really good for dealing with finances, especially when it comes from family or anything inherited through the family lineage or in marriage. This is also really positive energy for spiritual work. So if you want to, you know, elevate your psychic abilities or get more in tune to your spirituality, Venus and Mercury here are enhancing that as well. The sun is going to be following suit on June 20th. That's when we have our summer solstice and we enter Cancer season. And so the sun's going to be moving into the 8th house of the Sagittarius chart and highlighting all of those 8th house themes and bringing a lot of energy there as well. And then after that, on the 21st, we have our full moon at 1 degree of Capricorn. That's going to be in the 2nd house that has to do with our relationship to money and material stability. So full moons are a really positive time for manifestation work. So this is a great time to set intentions around what you want to manifest in your life when it comes to money, finances, and material stability. So mark June 21st on your calendars and do some kind of money magic or ritual around shared resources and meeting financial stability independently from other people. So that's also something really positive. So if you've been wanting to raise, if you need more business, if you need to manifest a certain amount of money into your life, this is a really powerful time to be calling that in. The only other really big shift of energy that we have is Saturn stationing retrograde at 19 degrees of Pisces on the 29th. And the area that this hits for the horoscope for Sagittarius is the area that represents our connection to home and family. And so Saturn here, you know, we might be in a reflect review period when it comes to our living situation or our home. With family, there's karmic stuff that we're healing and working through. And so that's a big theme here too. Saturn's going to be retrograde until November. So we'll be kind of up in those themes throughout that time period. If you want a bigger breakdown on the transits on a day-to-day basis for June, I do those in the June astrology forecast at the top of this playlist, and you can see some of the other energies that we have at play. If you also are interested in working with me one-on-one, I do offer astrology basics courses where you can learn how to delineate charts and read natal charts from me. I teach astrology basics. You also can book a one-on-one astrology or tarot reading with me. The link for that, or not the link, but the email for that, you just email me, reach out to me, will be in the description box. You can find me at ladyofleosure.com and thesobercurator.com and at Lady of Leosure on social media. And that's it, I believe. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe, and you will get notified on when I do these every month. Good luck, Sagittarius. I think this month is actually a really great month for us, and there's a lot of positive energy, creative energy at play. So hopefully June is a good time. I'll see you guys next month.